Thank you so much for the opportunity that Denimsandjeans is giving to me to introduce what I'm doing with House of Gold. That is the company that I created when I left and terminated my collaboration with Citizen of Humanity. Unfortunately, when I left, I had to sign a non-compete agreement, and I was not allowed anymore to work in what was and is my passion, that is designing jeans. And I took the opportunity at that time to go into the textile business. You have to understand that in my design background, the importance of the fabric, the material, and the wash was extremely high. So honestly, it was not a very difficult jump for me passing from designing garment to design fabrics. House of Gold is a very unusual kind of company because at the same time we put together the design, the aesthetic, but also the marketing, the idea how to bring the product to the market, and very important also how to sell the product. So in partnership with Vincenzo Marocco, we opened a creative studio in the Arts District in Los Angeles. The Art District is the heart of creativity and fashion business in LA, and for sure is a very important location where we get a lot of inspiration. The commitment of the studio is basically about creating a great product, elevate the products, be extremely sustainable and circular, have responsibility, transparency, take care of the quality and consistency of the fabrics that we design. The particular thing of the studio is that we not only design and market the product, but we make the global sales. But one of the most important goals of the studio is also to understand that the times are changing, and our goal, the most important one, is to put the market in the position to have elevated and quality products at a democratic price. In order to do that, I've been looking in the world, and in particular in China, to find the right partner. And I found Blue Diamond that, in my opinion, is a perfect meal in terms of size, in terms of from the technical point of view, but most important because it's a meal that is very product development oriented. I like to talk and to be more practical about things that we do. In particular, there is one project that we are very proud of, that we feel like a strong contribution to change and improve the sustainability in our business. I tell you first of all which one was the inspiration and what made us develop this process. First of all, we call it Wizard, and I tell you also why we call it Wizard, because it is a process that we do for dye in the indigo, but has incredible and very good effects in the final wash. We was considering that the direction and the trend in terms of color and jeans was changing. We was coming from a very strong presence of the classic vintage jeans that more or less is inspired from the history of the denim from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. The inspiration today is coming for more recent times that are the 90s. The 90s, if you look at the jean of the 90s, is much more flat in some way and a different color from the traditional jeans. So we decided to make a change and instead going into a super rich denim, we went into a lighter color. And so we created a process that is not using the normal liquid indigo like we did in the past, but we dye using a process of creating the liquid indigo from the powder with an electrolytic system, avoiding the pollution that the traditional chemical process is bringing, that for sure is very negative. But we've been adding also to this process also a more simple way of rope dyeing, limiting the concentration of the color and also the speed of the dyeing system. At the end, we got a very interesting results. First of all, because we got a kind of new color that I showed to you. You see the picture of the color is a kind of indigo green petroleum color that is perfect for the trend of these times. But not only, in terms of sustainability, the process is bringing a saving of 75% of chemical, 60% of usage of water. We save 50% of the energy, and we drop the emission of CO2 of 45%. So are significant, they are important results that when we see those results with aesthetic that is changing, we find that is really a change. Other things that we realized when we've been testing and making garment and washes before bringing Wizard to the market. First of all, as I said, the color. The color is really unique. But not only, because the particular process of Wizard is giving a very soft and friendly hand to the garment. So this one means that at this point we can open the way to in a very important direction. That is, we can make jeans without washing them. And we know that not washing is a a trend that is just for a few maniacs. And obviously, the number of consumers ready for that is limited. But with Wizard, we go to a different level because the jean is very comfortable. Is no any other more sustainable jean than the jean that is unwashed. But also there is another factor that is very important. Because the way we make Wizard, the color is fading down quickly. This one means that when you buy jeans and you wear it, in a very small number of months, is taking the shape of your body, is fading down according the things that you do, the particular thing that normally when you buy a raw jeans takes almost 1 year, 2 years to arrive to the right level. And we think that to be able to bring to the market a very friendly and comfortable raw jeans can give a very strong contribution to reduce the pollution of the finishing. The other thing that was honestly our main goal was to create a fabric and a dye very sensitive to the modern technology. We know that technology today is about laser, that basically we are able to create a pattern on the garment according our design, but also to wash the garment. Today the wash is not anymore with the water, but is just with ozone machines. And conclusion is that we have with the Wizard fabric a big saving in the finishing, because we cut the time in almost in half, and even more important, the look and the aesthetic of the garment is outstanding. I like to support anyhow also with some numbers. I think everybody, most of you, are familiar with the measurement that we call EMI, and we all know that a traditional wash is scoring like at the best 40 or 50, 60. With the Wizard, we arrive to 28, 29, 30, 35. And the numbers that we have are that water is 2450, energy 1.3, chemical 1.9, health is 26.5. They are numbers that are making a big difference. The other thing that I like to mention, I just got some samples of Wizard with a Wiser wash. We know, and Wiser wash is a process that extremely efficient and with phenomenal results in terms of sustainability. And this one is known. But look, for instance, you see Wizard plus Wiser wash, we have results that are honestly very, very interesting in terms that we are able to create very light washes without what normally is the yellow of the bleaching. We are able to create washes at a medium level, but also look, for instance, at the dark washes. They are clean and rich, and we arrive to this to this point in a look, for instance, at a very dark wash. Still, we have something that is different from, let's say, a normal rinse on a normal wash. So that's why at the end we call it Wizard, because we're doing something that is magic, that is improve the sustainability, but also creating looks that they are different from the past. And we totally think that today consumers are asking for innovation and are asking also to have a product with a much lower impact on the environment. One thing that is also very important for Wizard is that is a process that works with all the fibers. Obviously is working well with the cotton, but House of Gold is very well known to bring to the market also other fibers. We know that the impact of cotton on the environment, honestly, is very heavy. Means that even if the new technologies are for sure improving, for sure cotton is taking a lot of land, a lot of water, chemicals, and what is a very important thing is that we are considering that is really serious is that cultivation of growing cotton is degenerating the soil. So the fact that Wizard is working, for instance, for fibers like tencel and hemp and modal for us is extremely important because we develop a lot of fabric in that direction. For us at House of Gold, it's very important that we move in the right direction in terms of fibers. I just mentioned one example because we are very proud of. This one is the fabric that I did for Ace Gold Green. That is the brand that I created with Bo Lawrence of Ace Rivington. And that is a strong innovation for many reasons, but also because basically it's cotton free, because this fabric is about hemp that is giving this particular effect of high and low of texture on the fabric, and tencel that is giving an incredible hand and comfort to the fabric. Let's say we push also a lot in terms of circularity and recycling. We all know that in the world today we are consuming much more of what Mother Earth is giving to us. And so obviously it is an equation that we have to solve very quickly. And for sure, a strong contribution to do better is recycling. and the fact that we're giving a new life to the product that we create. And so we have strong effort in recycling, but recycling in the right direction. Right direction means that when we make a new fabric with recycling fibers, we need to make it in terms that the fabric itself can be regenerated again. I make an example. If we put a polyester recycle, that is the end of the story, because basically you cannot recycle again. I'm sure that polyester recycle from the plastic bottles is for sure an important mission, but we have to do it in terms that the final product that we do is recyclable. Means polyester bottles to recycle to make new polyester bottles. We also know that the battle for a better planet is a long way, difficult, but we don't have options. Of course, we have to win, but there's no way that we can win fighting by ourselves. I think that we get ready to collaborate with the other companies, with the other brands, but also with all what the other people are doing in other industries. I'm talking about the problem of the energy, chemicals, agriculture, and we have all to go into the same direction. We have also to understand that it's not only about arriving one day to emission zero. There are conversations and that 2040, 2050, the best countries are getting there, hopefully. But I think that a new era is starting, and let's say we have to take advantage of the lesson that COVID-19 is giving to us. And I think we have to reimagine the way that we make our business and be able to design a new model for our work. What I think is in the 90s and the 2000s, the rule was the lowest cost. That has been dominating the business in those years, and still recently. I think that we have to realize that are other factors that are coming as important, that are sustainability and circularity. They are coming in the game, and they're gonna change the life of the people and the way of making business. We have also good news, because I think capitalism is realizing that to be conservative doesn't make money. And this one is a big change, because in the last century, capitalism is being very conservative. Today, the things are changing, because the most advanced companies are realizing that to be the opposite and to be innovative and to fight for the change is bringing money. We have the examples. We have Tesla, we have Apple, and many others that they are on the right side. And it's very important that they realize, and the whole economy realize, that sustainability and the investment in sustainability are bringing money back faster and in a very big size. I think that we need to be extremely determined and radical. The idea of making less bad, I think, is over. Is not enough. We have to make it right since the beginning and fight for a better world. House of Gold likes to be part of this movement and promote with all our customers, all our partners that we have, to promote those ideas and to bring a drop to the ocean of sustainability and a better planet.